Does this look like a power pose?
Yeah, why? What's going on?
I don't know. I just like kind of shifted into this position and was like, wow.
Like you're about to fire me?
Yeah. Like I feel like I'm about to have a meeting where I don't care how it goes. Where like it could go any which way and I'll be fine no matter what. Because I have a Rolls Royce.
Hi guys, welcome to JBU 3.0 Topics. Today,
So uncomfortable.
we're going to talk about...
Why do you have to introduce it? Just like
Because-
the whole point is that this is like casual and natural.
I have to introduce it because it's my regrets.
You wrote them down?
I wrote them
In
down.
preparation?
Yeah. Sugar,
Sugar's wandering.
come on up.
You're a wild beast, Sugar. Go where the wind takes you. Oh,
Thank
hello.
you, Igor.
Thank you, Igor.
Wow, we've ruined the illusion that Igor isn't here.
Do you think you'll cry? The way I cried?
No, I don't think so.
Heartless.
Okay, let's start close to home.
Okay.
Okay. So this one just says letting us drift. And that has to do with me and you.
Oh, great. I was hoping for some sort of epic apology.
You'll remember the time when we weren't friends.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think that I was just spiraling out and like anticipating everything that you were going to do without like letting you do it. And I also think that we were not...
What do you mean?
Like, I was just like, why even bother? She's just going to do this. But like, how did I know that you were just going to do that? Like, you can't not interact with your friend and not give them the chance to do what they're going to do because you're just putting your... Like, it was like projecting.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think I like was prioritizing a relationship that wasn't going well over you, and prioritizing like work problems over you. Like there was just a lot of like unrelated anger that I was like, this has to do with Allison, but it like didn't.
You're right. I accept.
Oh wait, let me do my part, which is I'm sorry.
Oh, right. I accept. Do I get mentioned more?
I'm sorry to say you don't.
Okay, I'm gonna check out, but let me know when you're done.
I would love to go back, and I haven't watched any of those videos from then, but I wonder what they're like. Probably not good.
No, I think people said, hey, this isn't good.
I think they were like, it seems like you guys aren't friends. And then we were like, no. But it's funny because like I think friendships go through phases, but you never have to like have that phase on camera.
I bet a bunch of sitcom actors do.
I regret not understanding my mom and like giving her such a hard time when I was younger, and like my dad was an alcoholic, her mom was dying, she had 2 kids, like we had no money, like all these things, and I never was mad at my dad, who I for sure should have been mad at, and I was mad at her all the time, like hated her. Like we were talking about my journal, like she and I were talking about it when I was visiting home, and she was like, oh yeah, when you hated me, and I was like, that sucks. That like she was just like, yeah, I have this daughter who I'm doing all this stuff for, and she hates me.
Now,
Yeah.
personally, I never hated my mother, but,
Really?
you know, I'm the exception that the rule, you know. I didn't have friends. It was mom or nothing.
I ran away all the time, and I like was like yell at my mom for no reason, and like I just had no concept of what else was going on in our lives. None of it was her fault. Now looking back, I'm like, she was under like
What's
the
her
worst
birthday?
conditions. Her birthday is September 17th.
So let's all wish her a happy
birthday on September 17th. So this is a story from high school, and this is a story about... This was a girl that we liked each other in high school, and one day we kissed in the bathroom, and then I wasn't ready to be out, and I was really scared, and then she had a boyfriend, and then she came up to me and was like, hey, like I'm thinking about maybe breaking up with my boyfriend, but she was doing it subtle to like try to like gauge if I would be into like dating her, and I was like madly in love with her, and I said, no, don't break up with him. It was so sad because I knew what she was saying and she knew what I was saying, and I had to just like kind of be like, I'm not ready, like disappoint her. It's like my moonlight.
What if she's your person? What is she up to now?
I think she's a photographer.
Where?
Maybe in New York. I have to check.
You know.
I've looked into it, not lately. Yeah, I just like I was like so in love with this girl, like wrote poems about her, was like obsessed with her. And then we finally kissed and I was so happy, but then right after I was so happy, I like my like stomach dropped and I was like, what am I supposed to do? This was before Glee, you guys. So I was like, what am I supposed to do? Just walk around my high school with a girlfriend? That's insane. So then she like clearly wanted to be with me and I broke her heart. If I didn't care so much about what people thought at the time, then I could have like had this great girlfriend that I clearly really liked. But instead I missed out on this relationship because I was too scared and cowardly.
That's a good one.
So when I was 14, my grandmother passed away and she was like my best friend. And she died of cancer and it was like really long and really sad. And after she died, I got her journals and I read all of them and like learned all this stuff about her. And one of my biggest regrets is that I never like interviewed her on camera or interviewed her on audio before she passed away. So my advice to anyone is with your grandparents or with like if your parents even, like interview them or get them on tape or get them on camera or something before they pass away so that you like have that. Because now I just have pictures of her and I like barely remember like what her voice sounded like or like what her, you know, her movements and stuff that I wish I had footage of.
Save your Instagram stories.
I am happy that I went to the college I went to, but I regret pushing to go to an expensive college because I didn't understand that we couldn't afford it, and I didn't understand like the consequences, like that I would be paying student loans. I had no idea. And so I was like very arrogant and snobby, and I was like, I have to go to a school that's like a fancy school. But I would have been fine not doing that, I think. Did you see Lady Bird?
Yeah.
So, okay, so like that you're supposed to feel triumphant that she gets to go to New York and Lady Bird, but I was like, oh my God, her dad just took out all these loans pre-housing crisis. Like, their family is fucked. And like, that's related to me on that level where I was like, now I want to see the next movie, which is just me being like, and now I have no money because I insisted on going to a city.
I don't think as many people would vote for the Oscars for that one. Yeah, but look at what you're doing with your journalism degree.
Yeah. Fuck you! I'm going to say any famous man I have ever dated or interacted with.
Mm-hmm. I think that's self-explanatory.
I regret when I was young, in my early 20s, being so steadfast in my opinions in a way that I think alienated people because I wasn't open to hearing other opinions.
Mm-hmm. I don't have opinions anymore. Like, I know that some people are bad and some people are good, and that's it.
I just mean, like, I was so hard to talk to and so aggressive about, like, certain things, and I don't think that I was critically thinking about how things are nuanced and multifaceted. Because I was like, my opinion is right, and the way I'm doing it is right. And I was incredibly wrong. Multiple times. The most wrong.
I know, because a lot of those conversations were with me.
I think you're too immature to date until you're in your late 20s.
But what about Becca on The Bachelor? She's only 22.
I love her so much.
They have real chemistry.